Hello and welcome to Build with Donkey. Today I am going to be showing you how to build a medieval tower. Stay till the end to see this build behind me. Okay, let's get started. Before we place our first gate, you will need to create a kingdom in order to get a different color band on your gate. I have gone with yellow. Then make sure you set your spawn point. In case something happens, you can return straight back to your build, and if you like, sit on the toilet, as this will increase walking and climbing speed, and that helps with building. Okay, back to the build. Start by placing a castle gate. This is the colored band I was talking about. Now for the tricky part. You will need to stand in the gate entrance and move your camera until you can see that the placement gate has gone green. Just line it up as close as you can get it to the original gate you placed. Now rotate it and place gate, then rotate and place, and there we have a base for our tower. Oh no! Now we are trapped. Just kidding, if you set your spawn point, then just go ahead and reset and spawn to bed. Okay. Next step, we'll need to get on top of the gates and place our floor. Start by placing a floor in the middle. This can be tricky, but we need this to be as close to perfectly in the middle as possible. Otherwise the rest of the build will be off. Use these 4 right-angle corners as a guide, making sure the spaces on each side are equal. Once the center floor has been placed, place the adjacent floors to create an X shape. Now at this point you can double check the alignment by looking at the spaces here. If they are all equal or near enough, then we are good to continue. If not, then just repeat these steps until you are happy. Place walls on each of the floors. For the gaps, we will have to overlap 2 walls as the space is an odd size. No matter, once it is all together you will not notice it. Place windows on top of the walls on each side and walls on top of the overlapped walls. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment on what you would like to see next. Place another layer of walls all the way around. You can change the locations of the windows if you wish. There are many different styles you can do at this point. Then on top of all those walls, add a layer of half walls. Alright, that should be high enough. Now to thicken up the top layer. Hang on, let me explain. Add a wooden pole to the end of the wall and rotate it into this position, and then attach a wall on it in the same direction as the first. This can also be done with half walls. See, now we have a wall that is double the thickness. You can repeat this as many times as you like to get the desired thickness. You can even make a solid cuboid. Now we are going to use that technique here to make the top part twice as thick. On the parts where there are 2 walls overlapping, each wall will need a pole, so add 1 on each side as shown here. If they are not central, try placing the pole on the other side. At this point it's up to you if you want to remove the poles or leave them as decoration. You could even paint them. But for now I am going to remove mine. Now let's move on to the floors. Half walls can be tricky to place floors on as they only attach to one side. This is a trick to get the floors to the other side. You can replace the walls and make sure to turn them around, but sometimes it's hard to tell which way the wall is facing, so I just do this workaround. It doesn't take long. Looks like these last few walls were the correct way around. Great! Now place wooden half walls on the inner stone half walls and do this all the way around. Fill in the little gaps with the small half wooden walls. You can do this with full length ones, but you will get what is called Z-axis fighting, and that looks horrible with wooden walls. Then we are going to place full height poles on the top ends of each of these walls. They will be the structure to hold up the roof, but we will come back to that later. Let's hop inside and finish off the floor. Next, we need to sort out the access to the top of the tower. Let's add our ladder. Because there is nothing for the ladder to attach to, our trick in the last video will not work, so I'm just using that trick to work out where the ladder should be and then building it from the bottom. You can see I also use 2 half walls to save the location, and I will be leaving them there as they add to the character. Best to add your lights and decorations at this point before we put the roof on, because once the roof is placed it can be quite hard to move the camera around to get things placed in the correct position. Okay, time for the roof. Use the poles to place tile roof ridges from one side to the other. On one side you will not be able to place it facing the correct way, so just attach it facing away from the tower and add another one behind it, then delete the roof that is hanging over. Repeat this coming from the other angle to create an X on the top. Then we will fill in the gaps by using tile roof corners. Each section needs to have 2 of these as seen here. We need to fill in the gap between the tower and the base by using full walls, as I forgot to add this at the start. Much better. For the entrance I will just make a simple ladder system. You can join this tower to other things or just make this to get in. I will also paint the poles to match the band on the castle gates. If you stick around till the end you will see how the tower can be connected to walls from the side. You can also attach it from the back or even attach this tower to another building. If you have any questions about this build, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. Head over to Stunt7 server on Discord and contact me there with questions also. Link in the description. At the top I just added 2 small half walls to cover up the gaps between the walls and the ladder. Matching colors can sometimes be difficult, but I think I got it close enough. Be sure to copy the color code if you are doing the same color. If anyone has worked out the other kingdom color codes, let us know, as this will come in very handy. Add some more lighting to brighten the place up a bit. Now the fun part, to add some details to the outside of the build. Here I am just using slanted half walls and slapping a decorative lion's head on the front. What do you think? Also going to add the banners around the outside as we are already up here. And to finish it off, a little flag on the top. Now for the next part. This design is created with half walls. Sometimes it is hard to place the half walls in the correct position, so simply place them on the outside first, then use them to swing your half wall into position. Do this for both sides. And now time to paint. If you do not have the paint tool but love to build, I would definitely suggest getting it, as it makes your building look a lot nicer. Just to finish the entrance I added some half walls here and some poles. I think that makes it look a lot better. And that's the tower completed. What do you think? Well, that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the build. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and like I said, any questions feel free to comment below. Catch you on the next video. Ciao for now.